thought about it. Happy not quite tax day, everybody.
Hey, squirrels! It's episode 405.
No.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
What the hell was that?
New England Dragway.
Oh, my Lord.
Route 27. Funny cars under the stars.
So, yeah, exactly that.
Have you ever gone to one of those things?
Oh, yeah.
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 I've
What is
gone
it,
to
like monster
demolition
trucks?
Oh, yeah.
derbies.
I've been to monster trucks, tractor pulls, drag races. I've been to all kinds of stuff.
I've been to all of those and a
Stock
demolition
car
derby.
race. Oh, yeah. I've been to demolition derbies, dirt track racing. I've been to all kinds of stuff. Grand Prix.
I have not.
Oh, man.
Tomorrow, it'll be 21 years since I went to a monster truck rally.
Oh, well.
I know that because 21 years ago today, my wife's younger sister got married,
Okay.
Oh.
and I got positively shit hammered at the wedding because the wedding party drank free. And the next day, we went to a monster truck rally. And
Oh,
let me tell
okay.
you, when you've been drinking tequila all night.
Wow. Oh, God.
Oh, did I mention it was indoors?
That's the best kind.
Oh, no.
Do you see Gravedigger?
I don't remember if Gravedigger was there. Probably because, I mean, there was a Bigfoot.
Yeah, that was. I was going to
Worst
ask.
hangover ever.
I was going to ask which version of Bigfoot did you see?
Pretty damn
I
close.
can't
Well, it
even
was
imagine.
2000, so it would have been like the amorphous jelly bean F-150 Bigfoot.
Yeah, that was like the fourth or fifth version. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that was like probably the worst. No, that was definitely the worst ever. For just like, oh my God, why did I do this? Why Santa Claus? Why?
There you go.
Sorry, just
Terrible.
there we are. Yes. So yes, don't make my mistake, kids.
Can they even have an indoor truck thing like that now?
Probably not. I mean, they could.
I'm sure every time they even think about it, Greta Thunberg cries.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking, because when I remember it, it was like, of course, I remember going to concerts when you could still smoke indoors.
Yeah.
Alan, I've flown on planes.
Me
when
too.
you
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah,
Me too.
And the cloud of haze, and it was.
They had like a smoking section on the airplane.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, like it was going to stay in one
Yeah.
spot.
Oh, but the circulation system will take care of it. I know
Right.
these things that just sound so alien. It's kind of like when you were a kid, right? You're out with your friends on a Friday night, just doing stupid shit, and you came home late. You're like, "Oh, sorry, the payphone was broken." Like, that doesn't work. Oh, I got lost, and we had to stop and ask for directions. Nope.
Nope. Not
Like,
anymore.
all the fun stuff is like gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no more anything.
Nope.
But yeah, but 4 more Supreme Court justices coming down the pike.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think that's an Overton window moment. That was let's see how far we can push.
Yeah, I agree.
Before
Also, I think it's like everybody wanted him to do it. Like everybody in the super liberal leftist base wanted him to do it. And I think like they're just talking about it just to like shut people up and be like, make people happy. And then, oh, well, we did this, like, we did a study and we talked to people and we asked the experts, and it's really not a good idea. So it's going to be like,
who are the Democrats that proposed it? Ed Markey, Jerome Nadler, guys in super, super liberal states that are absolutely not going to face, repercussions at the ballot box.
Of course not.
Pelosi was like, "Oh, what?" I mean, Pelosi, who just got off a 3-day bender where she's like, "I was going to fight those guys at the Capitol."
What was that? What was that? I'm a street fighter. Oh, okay.
Standing in front of your $25,000 refrigerator. Oh, sure, lady. Have another belt there.
She's 81 years old. I'm a street fighter. Okay. Sign me up.
Well,
I'll
that's
fight you.
because she, she gets
I'll
drunk,
fight
she
you,
falls
Nancy.
down, and her face hits the street.
Jesus.
But even Pelosi was like,
No, don't do
Well,
it.
you know what? You know it
"Danger,
was
Will Robinson, danger, danger."
it's doomed because Biden set up a committee to study it. So
Right.
that's where things go to die.
Bad ideas go to die.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's gonna, they'll be able to say, the ones that want to run on it will say, we introduced the bill. It was just all those other assholes that
And
wouldn't
Yeah.
do it. And
if they make any noise, they wind up on the committee.
that's
Ooh.
right.
You're gonna have to give up another committee, though.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones that matter. Oh, Ixnay on the committee K. Yeah, no. But yeah, that's one of those things. Look for it down the road. Look for President Harris to talk about it, or President Chelsea Clinton, or
Oh God.
I mean, again, remember this is the same people that a year ago were freaking out because, oh my God, we have to replace Ginsburg and blah, blah, blah. We can't have the court do this, blah, blah, blah. 9 strong, blah, blah. Now it's like, oh yeah, we're just going to 4 more, which coincidentally, the ideological makeup is 6-3. Wow. If you had 4 more, that would make it, hold on, let me do the math, 6-7. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's raw, naked, completely transparent. I mean, this isn't a front to transparent pandering. Like we'll just happen to put in enough to give us the majority.
I think they're, Saint RBG. I think she even came out against it.
Biden came out against it.
Biden himself came out against
in
it.
1983.
He is not running the show there.
Now,
he is not.
Ellen, you're probably old enough to remember what happened just a year after that, in 1984, with the presidential election. The greatest landslide in American history.
Oh yeah.
And if anybody could have convinced,
Show the cat. Show the cat.
Oh.
Like, sorry, Jay.
Like you're pointing
Show
at me.
the cat.
Oh.
Yeah. He's all like, what the hell's going on, man?
Wait a minute. Why am I being lifted? I did not ask to be lifted, human.
That's Cosmo.
We interrupt this rant for a brief moment of Sqrpt.
It's a rule. Like if you are on a video conference and there's a cat involved, you have to show the cat.
Show the cat, yeah.
It's a rule.
He was rubbing on my legs, wanting attention. So
he's like, wait a minute, you're doing something. Hold on, I must stop this.
Right.
As they do. Yeah.
So if anybody had the will of the people behind him in my lifetime, it would have been Ronald Reagan.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
There was no talk. Yeah, and funny that during that time period, you had Joe Biden saying, "Oh no, we can't add any more justices." Blah blah blah.
Right,
because, Joe. That's the problem with having been, in public service for 50 years.
But none of that matters, Jay.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I'm just waiting for Twitter to unperson everybody that disagrees with the left, like they did with James O'Keefe.
Yeah, today.
Most recently.
It's so blatant now. It's so blatant.
And
they're like, well.
And yet, if the Republicans ever get back in power and if they have a spine, and that's 2 giant ifs, I understand.
So it'll never happen, Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if even one of them were to say, I think we need to regulate them like a monopoly, like the phone company back in the 70s, Ma Bell.
Right.
They're going to shit little baby birds, and you are never going to hear the term censorship more than that.
Oh yeah.
When somebody on the right says, you know what, this has gone beyond just a website here. This is a common experience that everyone uses that really needs to be given to the people. So we're gonna put you under regulation.
Well, there's already extensive case law about about private property being the equivalent of a public square.
Yep.
There's a famous shopping mall decision and some other things. So at a certain point, private property becomes the public square, and you can no longer discriminate or deny someone their First Amendment rights. And I think it's high time that Twitter, and these other platforms were held to that standard, because, like it or not, Twitter is the public square of the internet now.
Right.
And Facebook is also, and they're kicking people off and shadow banning willy-nilly over political speech, and it's pointless.
And they're conspiring to keep competitors off.
Right.
That's the second part that nobody likes to talk about. Everyone likes to pretend that Parler never happened.
Right.
But it's like, well, if you conservatives don't like it, you're all free market. Go start your own. Okay, we did. Oh, wait. When you're as big as Facebook and Twitter, and you tell Apple, gee, we don't want this competitor on. Oh, okay, bye. And then to go a step beyond that, you go to their hosting party and say, you shouldn't be hosting these people anymore. And
right.
In addition to that, what else did we hear today?
Oh, you mean the continuing saga of the CNN straight up lying about stuff?
Oh, you mean like the Russia putting bounty on American soldiers?
Yeah. That was
I distinctly remember that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I distinctly remember that during the debate.
It's totally a lie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Completely a lie.
And they knew it. I mean,
they knew. Of course,
they absolutely knew that. There's so much coming out now.
Yeah.
They're far enough away.
Mm-hmm.
They're comfortable enough.
Yep. We won.
They're gloating.
Yeah.
Much.
At this point, I don't know why they're bothering to even. It's why bother?
Because they can. They can't resist it. They're the classic villain monologuing. Because they can.
Yeah.
Except that they're not going to get caught.
Yeah.
The hero's not going to come and defeat them.
Right.
It's like the guy in the cop interview room that wants to tell him how smart he was in his criminal activity.
Yeah.
If nobody ever finds out that you were responsible for I need to move my camera. If nobody ever finds out that you were responsible for Trump not getting reelected, then what good is it?
Exactly.
How are they going to know how smart you were?
And how powerful you are.
Right.
That's just it. That's CNN.
I don't know. How smart and powerful can you be if you go on 5 Tinder dates without getting laid with a chick? I mean, come on. That's pretty bad.
Okay.
But
you don't know that.
I'll turn that around on you, Alan. Look at Eric Swalwell and his Chinese spy mistress.
Yeah.
He was banging that like a screen door in a hurricane.
Yeah, he was.
Which should have been, as our police friends say, a clue. When a woman who clearly loves her country is willing to
Don't eat that.
I don't think that was ever said, Alan, but
might have been.
Jay.
Sorry.
You never know.
Oh, my Lord.
But again, I would say if she had
the big question, was he hungry again 3 hours later?
Oh my God.
Wow. Stop Asian hate, Alan.
Oh my God.
Well, that was Alan. Not me.
Oh my God.
I
need to log off.
Switching to the Stop Asian Hate for a moment. I have to step back in absolute awe of the mainstream media.
Oh yeah.
Because they have managed to push this whole Stop Asian Hate campaign.
Yeah.
It's all white supremacists when the overwhelming perpetrators of violence against Asians are, well,
black people.
Not white.
Black people.
Yes. every one of these videos, when you see an elderly Asian person beaten up, knocked to the ground, whatever, it's not a white guy doing it. And they keep pointing to Atlanta. Was it Atlanta? They keep pointing to that. Oh, look, right there. There's your evidence. Okay, that's one.
I think that was something else, though. I don't think it had anything to do with race.
It had to do with, well, it does in that the Asian demographic is most likely to be in that particular line of work.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't like he was like, I'm going to go, target Asian people.
Yeah.
I'm going to go target massage parlor people.
Right.
They got that one. And that is turned into all of this Asian hate is white supremacist, blah, blah, blah. And that, bravo. You have gaslighted the entire American public.
A lot of the violence also, I just want, and it's odd to me. Like, I'm trying to figure out why it's happening, the violence against Asian people. But it also happens, against like Orthodox Jews a lot in New York. And if
orders of magnitude higher.
Right. And again, on video, it's mostly African-American people who are violent against whatever. And it's interesting. And I'm trying to figure out what is happening there. Are they just thinking, okay, man, I'm not on the bottom anymore. So
the Asians have gotten tired of being ignored by the Democratic Party. They've started to vote more Republican. So now they're getting this, oh, wait, hold on. You're still in a horrible approach. Because, when it comes down to, minority performance in schools, we have to, oh, wait, but not the Asians.
Right.
And when it comes to, your company has X number of minorities, well, Asians don't count. And the Asians are like, excuse me. Yeah. We come to this country from, we don't share a language. We don't share, an alphabet.
Right.
It's not even like Russian with Cyrillic. I mean, this is completely different. They've got, my hat is absolutely off to them. You're coming from complete different worlds. I'm sorry. If you've been in this country for 10 years,
right,
and you come from a Romance language speaking area, any of the Latin derivatives, and you haven't picked up enough English to hold a conversation. I mean, I've learned enough Spanish to get by watching it on TV.
Yeah.
Dos cervezas, por favor.
That's important stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Important.
Yeah.
But you've got, this entire section of the world that comes over, learns the language, integrates, and yet still keeps their culture, does well, excels, lives the American dream, roof Koreans. I mean, they've watched every other, wait a minute, how everyone else gets their asses kissed at least once every 4 years.
Right.
We're just like the redheaded stepchild over here. So screw it. We're going to vote Republican because they want to give away less of our money. They're not great, but they're less bad.
They're at least putting the brakes on the downhill slide. Yeah.
They're at least shifting into a higher gear or lower gear, I should say. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. We have to protect our phony baloney jobs. And now all of a sudden it's white supremacy and Asian hate. And ironically enough, the big perpetrators of violence on Asians are
I think it's interesting, though,
to be mistaken for white supremacists.
Democrats are trying to create Asians into a voting bloc. How they have the identity politics. So they're trying to glom onto the Asians, and I'm not sure they're going to buy it.
Well, they're losing the Hispanics. They got.
I'm having drinks brought to me.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
I like the service around here. Pretty good.
I'm hearing thunder. I wonder.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Mike asked me today, he said, "Did it snow today?" I was like, I really hope not. What the fuck? No. It was like that on the edge of
Yep. I have.
Alan has a storm.
If I lose the signal, you'll know what happened.
Can't stop the signal, Alan.
Actually, my UPSs will kick in, and
you
so
beat me to it, Brita. UPS, not FedEx?
no.
R.
Can I just I need to break in and change the topic. Totally change the topic.
Okay.
'Cause I'm
Sure.
thinking about it. Okay. Jay, do you have an air fryer?
I do not.
Okay. You need to get one.
I do. I am
All right.
leaning heavily toward that.
Less likely to burn your house down than the.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
than the crock pot.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
I do
totally.
have, by the way. I do have a crock pot.
I know, but you only run it while you're home.
I only run it while I'm home and staring at it.
That's so cute. But twice now I have done beef in my air fryer.
Ooh.
I like beef, but sometimes like on a Thursday night, I'm like, I don't have time to fuck around with steak or whatever. And so twice now I've done beef in the air fryer. And this is totally, I'm sorry, like off topic, but I have to talk about it.
No, but you're making me hungry.
The first time I got, sirloin steaks, and I cut it up into chunks, and I tossed it with spices, and I sprayed it with a little oil, and I put it in the air fryer, and I just kept on shaking the basket until they were done, and it was like steak tips
Ooh.
in the air fryer. It was so easy and so delicious. We had it with salad. It was perfect. But tonight, you know those really thin sheets of, it's an Italian word, beef. What's the word, Jay?
Prosciutto?
Braciole.
Oh, prosciutto.
You know, the beef,
Yes.
and you roll it up and stuff. So
Yes. Prosciutto. Prosciutto.
No, it's beef. It's like raw beef, and it's.
Yeah. Prosciutto.
Thank you. Yes.
Sorry.
And
Yeah.
it's
Prosciutto
really
is ham. Sorry.
prosciutto is ham. Braciole is beef. Anyway, so it's really
Yes.
thin
Prosciutto.
sliced
Yes.
beefy things.
Yes.
And so
thin slice is what threw me.
right. So I put spices and cheese, and I rolled them up, and I put in the air fryer, and oh my god, so good and so freaking easy. Highly recommend.
All right then.
Anyway,
Alrighty.
there's my plug for the air fryer for this week, because I'm like,
we are going to get a lot more adventurous
okay,
in a few months.
why is that?
Because my daughter's going off to college. So
Oh, you should get yourselves an air fryer and enjoy the time that is saved in cooking.
That's exactly it. That's exactly the plan.
You'll be able to afford to buy good meat.
There's that too. Well, and we've only got to buy for two.
Right.
Yeah.
We've only got to prep for two.
Instead of
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although the boy will still be coming home occasionally, so we'll have to.
Well, that's when you have the like mac and cheese night or something, you know.
That's what pasta's for.
Yep.
Pasta.
But he will sit down and eat an entire box on his own. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my
All
boy.
right.
And I'm like, I'm like, you're welcome to pasta, dude, because it's like under $1. So I'm like, fine. You want to have a box of pasta? Not a problem.
I bet he loves the chow line in the Navy.
I went through 3 times, Dad.
Yep.
He is
Take all you want, eat all you take.
Yep. He's a
Speaking
solid
of
guy.
food, have you noticed the prices
It's going up.
going up?
Well,
Yep.
I thought if you're talking prices, I thought you were going to say plywood.
Oh yeah, plywood's up like 1,000% or something. It's
What?
insane.
A sheet of plywood is going for, what did I see? Like $20.
For a cheap sheet of plywood.
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Yeah.
2x4s are over like almost $7 now.
Yeah, but why?
because the Federal Reserve printed a shitload of money last year
Yep.
and a shitload more this year.
It's
And
inflation.
And it's working its way through the system.
Wow.
They printed so much damn money, it used up all the wood. They would norm- that's not really what happened.
That's a good one, Jay. But when they actually get around to having ammo you can buy again, it's going to be like twice as much again. You're going to remember you used to buy a box of 9mm for like $15. Now it's going to be like 30.
Yeah. Well, I remember the days when you could buy a 100-round box for $11 at Walmart. So
those days
were
are
the
long
days.
gone.
those are gone.
And you also notice that your salary's not going up commensurately.
No.
So
no.
You know what that's called, folks?
Runaway inflation.
Democrats.
That's how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. The Cantillon effect. Them's closest to the fountain of money get all of it, and it.
So Pan Am.
Yes.
Anybody watch the Hunger Games? It's Pan Am.
Yep.
I've been saying this for years.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's why the wealthiest counties in the nation are clustered around Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I still think they ought to move that. They ought to move. I think Trump was onto something.
They will be ripe for
move
the picking.
move those bureaucrats out to other parts of the nation.
There's no reason they can't. Everybody else is doing Zoom. Why can't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because Trump mentioned moving the Department of Agriculture to Kansas, and they shit little baby birds.
I bet they did.
They were
I
like,
bet.
what? Why would we want to go to Kansas?
Why would
I don't know. Maybe because that's where the food is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me channeling Sam Kinison, Alan, if you remember.
Oh, I remember.
I'm not that young, Jay.
You just look young.
Oh.
He was great in Back to School.
Yes.
So what else? Oh, we wanted to talk about another food thing.
What?
Brita's hot dog poll.
What is your hot dog topping, Jay?
Hot dog topping, believe it or not, is onions. Onions and plain yellow mustard and celery salt.
Celery salt. Okay.
It was something we did when I was a kid. And it's one of those things that I don't really, that's what a hot dog is.
Huh.
I don't know. It was like growing up, that's what, mom and dad put on their hot dogs. I have no idea why, but.
I'm interested in this celery salt on a hot dog thing. Because you're not the first person to have mentioned it. And I know that there's I've seen videos of like the Chicago dog. And the Chicago dog has like tomatoes and something.
Everything, isn't it?
But also celery salt is like the essential ingredient to a Chicago dog.
Because like chili.
Yes.
But chili's just one. If I'm putting chili on a dog, that's the only thing that's going on.
That's the only thing. No onions, no cheese.
No, just chili.
Okay.
But if it's three things, then it's yellow mustard, finely diced yellow onion, and celery salt.
So yellow mustard, you mean like just regular
plain French's? It's normally I prefer like a horseradish mustard or a Dijon, something with a little kick to it. But no, on a dog, it's got to be plain old, and it's got to be French's. None of this Holman shit or whatever the hell the other ones are.
Okay.
Fuck that. French's yellow mustard, damn it.
Yellow mustard. Okay. The
like
classic.
A giant tub of it at BJ's for about 18 cents. They back a truck up to your mouth.
So they have a pump.
It's giant. Hold on. French has all these little boutique mustards for like wraps and that and the other thing. My pretzels have to have like special little mustard. Nope, no, I give 55-gallon drum of French's. I'm good.
Okay.
Last me a couple of months.
Huh.
Must be weird to live in a place where you can't buy Whataburger condiments at your grocery store.
True.
We can get Chick-fil-A sauce at the grocery store. So,
Wait. They sell that in grocery stores?
they do here.
Oh my god. I save those little packets. They're in my fridge because it's so good. Oh man, I'm jealous.
My kids love it. They absolutely love, and like we've seen like 3 different iterations. It was the little tiny packets.
Yes.
And then they started with like this little, almost looks like Chinese takeout container.
Okay.
With, you know, like a little round, you know,
Right.
8-ounce tub. And now it's like getting a nice little squeeze bottle. And now that it's in a squeeze bottle, you can buy them at Chick-fil-A, or you get a little 8-ounce squeeze bottle at Chick-fil-A, or 16-ounce squeeze bottle at the local Safeway.
I am jealous.
So it's good stuff. It's about 150 billion calories per tablespoon, so I don't touch it, but it's good.
Once in a while, you got to have your. Oh man, Alan, what is your hot dog?
Well, it's either mustard and nothing else, or chili.
Nothing else.
You don't. Well, some like cheese on the chili sometimes.
Oh, no onion.
No.
Okay.
But not mustard and chili at the same time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't think that's not a good mix.
We may not agree on beans and chili, but we agree that mustard and chili.
And
mustard
the chili,
and chili do not go.
And the chili is always, chili has to be like when you have a plate.
Oh, God.
Because it's messy. Yeah. You're not gonna sit down at a sporting event or something and eat a chili dog. This is doomed.
No, it's like this. You've got the plate right.
Yeah,
under.
Exactly. That's the only way to do it.
Not like it's the plate's on the table and you're eating up. No, you've
got
the plate
no.
literally right under, because
Yep.
How about you, Rita? What's your dog?
Well, I have to confess, and I have scandalized 2 men today by admitting I have never had a chili dog.
Really?
Look at Jay's face. Everybody's surprised. I've never had a chili dog. No. I told Alan earlier today, and he was like, "What?" And I told Mike this evening, and he's like, "I thought I knew you. We've been married for so long. Who are you?" I've never had a chili dog.
You need to fix that.
I will fix that.
Oh, okay. You're not like philosophically.
No, I'm not adverse to it. I just
gotcha.
It just has always just seemed like 2 separate things. Like, and I think that might be because I put a whole bunch of beans and shit in my chili. It doesn't seem like something you put on hot dogs.
That
would not be something you put on a hot dog.
Right. But my hot dog, and this, I'm kind of outing myself as like a Northeast Ohioan, but
chili
it's
mac,
mustard, sauerkraut.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, it's delicious and it's simple, and I don't have a third ingredient, but mustard, and I mean sometimes ketchup, but it's not necessary. Mustard and sauerkraut for me is like the hot dog.
Do you not put horseradish on it because it's not beef?
No. Sometimes I'll put horseradish on.
You can
horseradish,
get beef Franks.
Yes, absolutely. I always buy all beef Franks.
Thank you.
Kosher.
Either Nathan's or Hebrew Nationals.
Hebrew National, man. Yeah. Those are the best. They're like thumbs up from God. They're kosher.
In a 7-pack, though. Why?
Pre-COVID,
because of the menorah? I need to know.
Pre-COVID, you could buy Nathan's hot dogs with cheese and pepper and jalapeno pepper in them.
Crazy talk.
They were good.
Never been a fan, and I think it's because I like to cook them on the grill. And when you put it bursts out, and it's like, oh, it's very unappetizing.
Yeah,
because it looks gross.
But sauerkraut is the stuff on hot dogs. For me.
I'm not a huge fan of sauerkraut, but I can totally see it on a dog.
I mean, it's like that kind of balances out the richness.
I do have to admit, was it Yingzhu who said kimchi? And And I'm like, ooh. Now, see, that got me thinking, what about wasabi?
Oh, that might be good. Deb said it said cream cheese, which was like a super huge surprise for me. Cream cheese on a
cream
hot dog.
cheese is odd.
What?
Now you have to have a Hebrew National, but do cream cheese and little smoked salmon. Dog locks.
Oh my God. I think you're onto something.
I like the one. Who was it? Somebody said wrap it with bacon and put chili on it.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know who that was, but they are a true man of genius.
Bacon is always a good addition.
You wouldn't even have to wrap it. Just lay a bacon strip beside the hot dog.
Sure.
Wrap it and lay a bacon strip.
Well,
you say there's too much bacon, and
I think
we're gonna have.
I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think of balancing the bacon and the hot dog tastes. You don't want to
make the hot dog out of bacon.
I know that there's like a Mexican hot dog where it is wrapped in bacon and then they put like other things on it, like salsa and maybe avocado or something. But that is like a Mexican hot dog, to have a hot dog wrapped in bacon.
I put salsa on my burger. Does that count?
Huh.
A little spice.
Interesting. I like that.
It's better for you than ketchup.
It is. It is.
So
I put salsa on my pulled pork.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that.
That's good.
Generally, we have pulled pork so seldom that it's like it's its own experience. It's like that's all I want. Is pulled pork.
You know what? Here's a great slow cooker recipe for you, Jay. Take you about a 8-inch long hunk of pork loin.
Pork loin roast.
Put it in the crock pot. Take a 16-ounce jar of hot paste picante sauce. New York City. Dump it on top. Set it on low for 8 hours and come back. And then when you come back, you shred the pork, cut it up real good and shred it. And all that juice and all the everything that's cooked out of it just gets sucked right back in. And it's basically you have salsa pulled pork. It's delicious.
Haven't tried the salsa. We've done it with Dr. Pepper and
wow.
Who's it?
Didn't expect that.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Believe it or not, it's really good.
I would try that.
And what was the other? There was one. I think it was Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Oh well, yeah. A good barbecue sauce. That's pretty standard.
That's not really.
That's standard pulled pork. But try the salsa pulled pork. Trust me, it's delicious.
That is definitely worth a try. Yeah, see, that's something that I'm looking forward to because pulled pork, like my wife and I are the only ones that like it. The kids are just like,
What's wrong with your kids?
I don't know. I do not know. It's I think
they'll grow into it. It's
the
okay.
Irish and the Italian collided, and the taste just went. I don't know.
That's weird.
So, but pulled pork is one of those great things because you can like apportion containers for the rest of the week.
Oh,
yes,
that's what I do. Yeah,
that's what I do too.
You make it on Sunday. It's Sunday dinner, and
right?
A little bit.
Yep.
You can have it for lunch. You can have it for dinner. You can eat on that all week long.
Yeah, sometimes I will do I'll get a big chuck roast or a big pork roast, and I'll do it in the crock pot with just kind of basic spices like salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and that's it. And then you can portion it out and you can use it the rest of the week for tacos or stir fry and just change up the sauces or the spices or whatever. It's a whole different thing every single time, but you have your protein is already done.
I do that with hamburger.
We started substituting ground pork for ground hamburg in our tacos and burritos and that sort
cheaper.
Of thing. It's like a third.
I know.
And the thing is, once you add all the spices, you
can't
tell. There's no difference. Anyway.
Yeah.
No.
So I was I forget what even it was. It was, you know what it was? It was about a year ago when they ran out of everything.
Right.
Yeah.
We had some ground sausage, and I was like, you know what? Let's try it in the tacos. So got everything all scrambled, added the spices. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I can't tell the difference between this and beef.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we're like, we had tacos and we're like, there's no difference. And I'm like, I can get 3 pounds of ground pork for about $6. I can
Yeah.
get 4 pounds of ground beef for 16. We'll save the ground beef for the burgers and the meatloaf.
Yep.
Yep.
And when you can actually need to taste beef.
Right.
I've used ground turkey,
I do too.
Yep.
which is also super cheap.
I use
so.
I use ground turkey when I'm doing some Indian thing with the Indian sauce because you can't tell
Yeah.
at all what kind of meat it was,
I
and there's no grease or anything to drain off.
Right.
I have,
So it
I
works
have
great.
ground venison. And I'm itching to try.
I'm so jealous.
Wow.
I'm trying to work a ground venison tacos.
Yum.
You know, like deer tacos.
That'd be nice.
It's one of the benefits of working with a bunch of hunters.
Yeah.
They come in like, I can't fit this in my freezer. You want it? I'm like, whoa, 4 pounds of ground venison? Sure.
Thank you. Yes. Free
Like,
meat.
I have rum in my freezer. Thank you. That's how I wound up making bear chili.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
That was delicious. That was absolutely delicious. Bear is a very unique taste, but in chili, it was good. It's very, it's hard to, it's savory, I guess is the best way to it's
Meaty.
very lean. It's like extra meat. It's like you turn the meat up to 11. That's
Okay.
bear.
Yeah, I get it.
And it is a little greasy. You know, it's an omnivore. So, you know, you do have that.
Yeah.
You know, like, again, from my friends at Hunter, predators, you generally don't want to eat a predator.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
You want to eat a nice, fat, slow herbivore,
Right.
which apparently hippo is delicious.
Wow. Wow, Jay.
Nobody fucks with a hippo, right?
Right. And they
Are
are
hippos-
herbivores.
So they don't wind up running. They're not a running type herbivore. They're a oh no you didn't herbivore because they will staple your ass.
How does one acquire hippo?
This was an acquaintance out of the country. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But basically, they have like elephants. They have nuisance hippos, and ones that like
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very
they
aggressive.
lose their fear of man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know
Exactly.
that, but
And then it's like you
Wow.
have to put them down, and they're hippos. So basically, you need a 20-millimeter lottie from
Yeah.
about a mile away.
They're like
because that's as
giant
close as I'm
hogs. You know,
Yes, exactly.
mean and they tear shit up.
30-millimeter Vulcan. That's what I'm using on hippo because I can do that from the air. Bye.
Claymores, dynamite.
I don't want to get anywhere near a hippo. If I'm going to get within 1,000 yards, I want grenades.
Well,
They're mean. And you think the honey badger doesn't give a fuck? Oh, he can't hold a candle to a hippo. Hippo's just like, I'm the size of your car. Fuck you. Yeah.
so Brita,
what?
you're now you can now legally carry a pocket
What?
knife in Ohio.
I guess I was breaking the law before.
Yeah, apparently you were.
Freaking, and they're
I used it to open boxes.
But you can also carry brass knuckles
Oh, awesome. I will go out and get a pair.
and switchblades.
Great.
I love this. Also legalized brass knuckles, billy clubs, blackjack, sandbags, switchblade knives, spring blade knives, gravity knives. So basically all the things.
Okay.
Basically it used to be, they used to define all those as weapons and then they made them illegal to carry.
Yeah.
And now what they did was they changed the law to say that it's only a weapon if it's used illegally.
which that is absolutely how it should be.
Yeah. If you use it as a weapon,
then it's a weapon.
Then
Right.
it's an illegal weapon. If you're not using it illegally, then carry on.
That's how all of
Is
that
it
should be
like legal to use it like as a self-defense though?
Well, self-defense is not illegal.
right. I think that's if it's used in the commission of a crime.
Right.
Oh,
Body
okay.
armor often falls into that category, which is absolutely as it should be.
Right.
There's no
Okay.
reason you shouldn't be able to own body armor. But if you're going to put it on to walk into the bank to rob it,
Right.
extra charge. I am
Sure.
100% fine with that. You know, do you want to add on charges for using something like body armor or switchblade or whatever? Absolutely. Because
Well,
if you don't break the law,
as long as it's not a bullshit law.
yeah, agreed. Like a violent felony.
Because what they'll do is they'll twist that around and they'll go, oh, well, I pulled you over for speeding and you got some body armor on your back seat, and suddenly you're, a triple felon.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. It's got to be like in the commission of a violent felony. It's, that's the whole big thing. Do you think felons should be allowed to have guns? Well, we need to take a long, hard look at what is a felony. Because
we also need to ask, why are we letting people out of jail that we can't trust with a gun? I mean, if you can't trust them with a gun, you can't trust them with anything. Keep them locked up.
Right. But to go back to the felony, it's like, it's a felony to sell a lobster that is below the minimum length.
That should be a felony, Jay. Jesus
Christ.
Yeah.
A felony.
A felony.
Wow.
And again, when you get to that point, it's
like you can lose your right to vote for selling a fucking lobster.
Yeah, because the lobster is a half an inch too short.
You can get a bigger fine and go to jail for having a shotgun with it's a 1/16 of an inch too short than you can for murdering somebody.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
things are messed up.
Just wait until the guy who is at Waco gets to be head of the ATF. But
that is like
it's
almost like almost like they're rubbing our noses in.
That's exactly what they're doing,
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's right along with we're going to add 4 justices to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
That's a that'll get. I mean, even some of the Democrats are going, this may not have been the best. Like my comment all along is going to be like, oh, and he's going to nominate Kermit Gosnell for the head of Planned Parenthood.
Yeah. Oh God.
When Nancy Pelosi thinks your liberal bullshit is a bad idea.
Yeah. It's pretty telling when Nancy Pelosi is like the voice of reason.
From a pragmatic standpoint, she enjoys being the leader of the house, the speaker of the house, and not the minority leader. And
yep.
You start making serious noise about we're just going to add 4 Supreme Court justices. Oh, nobody's going to say anything. FDR couldn't get away with that bullshit.
Right.
I really think that Biden or whoever is the puppeteer for Biden is trying to position him as like the new FDR. He's creating all the jobs and he's spending all the money and the infrastructure and the whatever the fuck. They're trying to make that his kind of legacy or whatever. Also, can I just talk about the Afghanistan thing?
Sure.
This is pissing me off a lot. It has pissed me off today. The Afghanistan, Joe Biden has decided to pull all the troops out of Afghanistan. And isn't he wonderful? Ending the 20-year war, and we have sacrificed so much already. And Joe Biden, thank you for saving our American sons and daughters overseas. And yay, Joe Biden.
Yep.
And what's
6 months ago, Donald Trump, by the way, who has done more for world peace than any of the other presidents in the past, like
ever
fucking decades. Like, okay. It has pissed me off today. Donald Trump 6 months ago said, I think it's time to pull those guys out of Afghanistan because why are we there? And we've been there for so long and we've given so much and there's no reason our American, soldiers should die in Afghanistan anymore. There's no reason. Bring them home.
Yep.
What sort of response did he get from the media?
Screaming and crying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. How could you do? No, you
He
can't
wants
do that.
ISIS to win. Clearly, he's a Russian puppet.
Right. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
6 months ago. Well,
Right.
Biden is coming. Okay. First of all, Biden is coming. Oh, let's go get out of Afghanistan and let's end the war there, blah, blah, blah. And now, they're acting like Trump had nothing to do with the vaccine. And
yep. When I came into office, we didn't have a vaccine.
You know what it is? And it's the memory hole.
Sure.
Yep. History began this morning.
Because the left doesn't. There is no past.
Oh my God, it's infuriating.
And the people are so stupid they'll believe it.
It's infuriating.
Winston Smith, furiously erasing history.
And CNN will just make shit up and lie about it.
Of course they will.
Because
they can.
Care? Right. What are you gonna do?
There have been no consequences for them so far.
If you call them on it, you get kicked off.
Right.
Yeah.
It's neat and tidy, isn't it?
Yep.
Amazing.
Well, we're almost out of time.
Well, I just want to say that because we didn't talk about it too much today, but I think it's going to be a growing story. The Project Veritas thing with CNN. I think it's going to be
going to be huge.
A big thing.
I hope it's going to be huge.
No, it won't.
Because I'm
sorry, it won't. It won't
I
be
know.
anything. Because what you'll hear from the left is, oh, well, it's horrible that they took these private conversations and made them public. Like Donald Trump's grabbing by the pussy. You know, just like that.
All this stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's exactly the same, but this time it's horrible.
Right.
Or they'll just ignore it because they can.
Yeah.
Oh, CNN's not saying a thing. They're just pretending it never happened.
Yep.
They're speaking to their lawyers, I'm sure.
And they're scrubbing it. Facebook and Twitter are scrubbing it. They're putting fact checks.
Well, what's his name? The Veritas guy. He already said he was going to sue CNN, and now he's going to sue Twitter. So,
wow.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Trump needs to sue CNN.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got a case. I'm not a lawyer.
Absolutely,
but it seems like he's got a case.
Is what
absolutely.
He should do.
He probably could buy them. That'd be funny.
Would be hysterical.
Oh my God.
Change it to TNN, the Trump News Network.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
That would be hysterical.
Let's do show and tell.
Okay.
Who's first?
Jay.
I don't have anything, so it's going to be.
Let's go left to right.
Well, I got tired of Alan being the one with all the gigantic friggin' knives.
Okay.
So
that's a knife.
Oh
I
yeah,
brought my big ass knife.
That's
nice.
pretty good.
A steel wheel chieftain.
That's a cute little knife, Jay.
Look at how friggin' this thing is like a quarter of an inch
looks
thick.
like a quarter inch.
I got this 5-6 years ago, right before a hog hunt in Mississippi, because I'm like, you know what? If I'm going mano a hogo, I want an advantage. And this was it. It's heavy. I mean, this is like if you can't stab them, you can beat them.
It's a sharpened pry bar.
Basically, yeah. But it's. I mean, it's just look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the bones, man.
Yeah.
Look at how thick that is. This boy, he thick. And
nice.
I like it. It's one of my favorites.
What's the sheath look like?
Oh, it's just nylon.
Oh,
there's a spot if you want to put a sharpening stone. And
gotcha.
It's Molly compatible or just put it on a belt. So you can strap it to a pack, which is kind of neat because that's I had the pack up in the tree stand and this was right there just in case.
Oh, that reminds me. I guess I do have a show and tell.
There you go.
Jay, have you seen the episode of Meat Eater where he kills the hog with the knife?
I have not.
It is gnarly as hell. Man, you should watch it.
That's one of those things.
Wow.
That I wish I don't know if I were given the opportunity to do so. I don't know if I would take it.
Wow.
I
should at least watch the episode because it's crazy.
you know, and
Crazy.
again, I've harvested 2 hogs in my life and eaten them, and they were delicious. And I have
Yes.
no qualms whatsoever about turning hogs into poop. But knife, I mean, the guinea in me is like, hell yeah. But I'm like, I'm a lot better with a 308. Just saying. You know, it's much quicker. It's
and
more
safer
humane.
for you.
Yeah, it's.
It was the craziest episode I've ever seen. So.
I'm not confident in my ability with a knife. Now, spear.
That'd be fun.
Halberd.
Okay.
If you do it with a spear,
distance.
if you do it with a spear, though, you got to have that cross piece on it.
Oh yeah.
To keep the hog from running up the shaft to get you.
And
what?
Jab it.
Yeah, when they spear for hog hunting, they put a cross piece on it right behind the blade, because if you don't do that, the hog will come. It'll push itself right up the shaft, and it'll keep coming at you.
Wow.
You got to put the cross piece on there to keep it from
stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Hogs are not like Pumbaa, cute and cuddly.
Wow.
You want to go next, Brita?
Okay.
I'll go.
I have a number of things.
Okay.
Ooh, a smorgasbord.
I
run off real
have
quick
a.
Alan's going to pee. He's going to pee.
Okay. Do you want us to wait, Alan, or?
He's gone.
Okay.
Alan's gone. Bye-bye, folks.
Alan doesn't care about my show and tell. I have like a whole shitload of stuff to show, and because I thought,
there he is.
One of the things I really like to have for some reason, not that I use them all the time, but I really like them, are multi-tools.
Oh yeah.
Those are fun. Multi-tools are really great because they're look how small that is, right? Teeny weeny guy. And it comes in festive colors. And you have...
Which multi-tool is that, Brita?
This is... Oh, geez, Jay. It's a Gerber some or another.
Okay. Gerber was, that's...
Gerber Dime.
Dime
It
bag
has
barrel.
It has this guy, and it has all sorts of things on the side. It has a knife. It has screwdriver. I don't know what that is, but it's got a blade on it.
It's like a strap cutter kind of thing.
Oh, yep. Maybe wire cutter.
Maybe. It's got little scissors.
They're so cute.
I know, it's got a whole bunch of stuff on that. I really like them. And then of course, you have your little Leatherman guys that are kind of the same idea.
Yep.
Is this a Leatherman? Yeah. It's just a little one and it's got a clip.
Oh no, that's interesting.
That's Leatherman scissors. Oh wow! I just realized that, Jay. That's cool.
I was looking. I'm like, wait a minute, those are scissors, not pliers.
Yeah.
That's
no,
cool.
they are scissors.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, scissors.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I have the classic Leatherman, yay.
Oh yeah.
Which I was looking for this today, and Mike's like, I think I have your. And he had to go get it for the show. But you get the little plier things, but also you get there's a knife and there's there's all sorts of little things, right? So but there also I've collected a bunch of little random ones.
Oh, I love those.
Like this guy. And it's
Oh, neat.
And then they have, you have this thing and that thing. And I don't know. I just think they're really cool and really,
Oh, wow.
They're really neat. But one of my favorite ones, and actually I have used it a lot in my lifetime, is this.
The card.
Yeah. And I love this thing. And I carry it all the time.
Is that Victorinox, right?
Yeah, it's like a Swiss Army knife thing.
Yep. There's a little
there you go.
blade. There's everything pulls out.
Yep.
I had one of those for years and years and years. I have no idea.
And
what
so here's the little scissors,
yes,
and they all fit in very nicely.
there's like a
you
pen.
There's yes,
Ballpoint
pen.
pen. Yeah.
There's a pen.
Which I bet
There
you could
is
lobotomize
a
someone too.
tweezer.
Nice.
There is a toothpick.
Oh yeah.
There is a little screwdriver nail file thing.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And like a little knife.
Tiny little knife.
Which I keep this with me all the time, and I've actually used it often. They have new ones now. I want to get a new one, and it's just because I like them. They have ones with like flashlights and like extra little doodads. This is one of the earlier ones. I got a long time ago, but I used a lot. I'd like to get a new one. And then also the classic.
Oh, yeah.
Classic multi-tool
Yep.
is a Swiss Army knife.
I've got one just like that.
Yeah. You get, it's like the Swiss Army card thing, but
yeah,
it's got
you get what?
similar
Knife,
things.
file, scissors, tweezers.
Look at that tiny little knife. How cute
It's
is that?
so weird.
That's legal in California.
It's got scissors and it's got
Tweezers.
tweezers. It's like the cutest thing.
And it's got a
So-
toothpick on the other side, doesn't
Oh,
it?
it does have it
Yeah.
does have a toothpick on the other side.
Everything you need.
So I have always had like random. You can buy them like on Amazon really cheap. They're like multi-tool cards, and I have three of my staff are men. And they're kind of like, I have a gentleman who is like, I think he's 80 or something, and then my other two employees are kind of teenage 20s. And I bought them for Christmas this past year. I bought them all like multi-tool tool cards, and I think they were something with a monkey. I can't remember. Ninja? No. Anyway. Yeah, they all loved them. So, but it's a cool little thing that you can put in your wallet.
That is cool.
Yeah, multi-tools.
Excellent. Yay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I figure I kind of have a show and tell after all.
Okay.
So when you carry things, sometimes the way you carry it is more important than what you're carrying.
Okay.
And this applies to guns, especially like guns, because like when you're carrying a gun, the holster and belt system you use is often more important than the gun itself, because you're going to use it all the time, and hopefully you never use the gun. So if the gun is not comfortable and carryable, you're not going to do it because it's going to be painful. So
Right.
And it applies to knives as well. The way you carry it is frequently, and one of the problems with guns and knives, frankly, in my opinion, is the severe lack of really good holsters and sheaths. I don't think technology in holsters and sheaths has kept up with technology in knives. So you can have a really nice knife and it comes in a shitty ass sheath. So I've had this knife for a while. It's an ESEE 3
Right.
survival knife. It's a really great knife, but it came with the crappiest plastic sheath you have ever seen in your life. And I finally found online a really cool holster for it. And this is a leather horizontal holster that's for this style of knife. And it just
That is nice.
goes in there and snaps up, and
I like it.
And you can carry it, like on your appendix, small to your back. I mean, you can carry it anywhere you want horizontally. And a lot of times for a knife like this, a horizontal carry is better than, like a vertical carry.
Yep.
So anyway, that's my,
that's really nice, Alan.
That is
and
really nice.
it's kind of cool. It's a good color and everything.
It's funny that you mention that, because I have the Ontario Knife Company version of that knife. Same knife.
Yeah.
Very, very flat.
Oh, they call it
blocky.
they call it something else. They call it like what is it? The rat or something like that. I
Yeah.
forget who it is. Yeah.
And the nylon sheath is
Crap.
literally
Yeah.
the only thing it was good for was I've got it strapped to basically a hard plastic panel that's like the bug out kit.
Right.
It's a hard plastic. It's Grayman Tactical is the company that makes it, but there's a two strap, basically a bungee for a carbine. There's extra magazines, med kit. And
oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
And basically that knife fit perfectly, and it was like, there's nothing else the sheath is good for. I just strap it to the Molly straps, and now it's good to go. So, it's a really nice knife, and the sheath does not do it justice. And you get it because if you include a quality sheath with the knife, the price goes through the roof. It's a lot like on a firearm. If you were to offer it with really nice sights, the price would go up $200. Or a really good trigger,
or a really nice holster. But you can't offer it with a holster because it's too individual. You can't. Yeah. And I think I suspect the whole knife sheaths are kind of similar to that because people are going to carry their knife in weird ways, and maybe the holster the sheath doesn't matter so much. But I just it's just they're all just so crappy. It just
I forgot to show you one thing.
Oh, good. Show us.
It's a pocket knife.
Kershaw.
But it's also a multi-tool.
Oh, yeah.
Nice Kershaw blade. Yep. Yay. But, and I had to clean this off before the show because I apparently had used it while I was painting my bathroom. It was covered, it had like yellow paint on it. But, it's got like a
like a clippy thing. Yeah.
The clip. But also it has this thing.
Oh yeah. I think I've got one of those.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is that a standard hex driver?
Yeah.
Very cool. So if you've got, the slotted bit, the Phillips bit, the Horcrux bit, Torx, Allen, whatever, you can, in a pinch.
Yep.
Nice. You don't see that very often though.
No, you don't.
From knife makers, like it's either one or the other. And and it's got a pocket clip, which is nice. But clearly I found it in my bin of knives, and I saw it had yellow paint all over it. I was like, oh, apparently I had used this when I was painting my bathroom, for probably opening a can of paint or doing whatever. So
bin of knives.
Yeah.
I have my bin of knives right over there because I was messing with it. So
yeah, handy little guy.
Nice,
but heavy.
I still have.
That's the thing. Spinner. I don't use it all the time because it's so heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Better be wearing a belt to carry that knife.
Well, we're out of time. It's time. We're time. And it's episode, I think I said episode 4 or 5. Oh, let me do the ticker one more time. The ticker.
It's tax day. You've got another 2 hours and 40 minutes to get your taxes in.
Nope.
No, there's an extension.
You got a month unless you live in Texas, and then you got 2 months.
Oh yes, because you guys,
we got
fell
cold.
off a cliff.
We got cold one night.
You got snow. They had snow.
Hey,
so they had
come
snow.
on.
Can you believe it?
I know. Oh my God.
They had like a whole inch of snow.
They got
to push back tax day.
The part of Texas that's actually southern Colorado always gets snow, so it wasn't a big deal up there. But down here,
Alan got a dusting.
We got snow down in Houston, and let me tell you, snow in Houston.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The city comes to a screeching halt if it might snow. When it actually snowed,
oh my God,
forget about it.
And you guys
the grocery stores were empty for like a week.
You guys got like actual snow too.
Yeah,
It wasn't like
yeah.
a dusting.
No, it wasn't. It was actual snow. Yeah. It was.
You could still see the grass through the snow, Jay.
It was actual snow.
You could still see your grass, though.
Yes, but it was actual snow. It wasn't ice. It wasn't, it was really snow. And it was cold.
It was cold.
It was
cold.
My
So
gas bill was a whole $79.
Oh no.
Wow.
Alan had to run his heat.
I had to.
Sad.
It was awful. I had to put on long pants and socks.
Oh my God, socks.
The fact that you had to put pants on was, frightening.
It was terrible. Let me tell you.
Horrible.
The kids are really happy
no.
though.
Alan's traumatized.
Okay.
Ugh.
I just had a thought.
Okay.
Probably not going to do a show next week
Why?
because Friday I've got to be somewhere at 7 a.m. to drive to Hot Springs. So I probably don't want to stay up doing a show. So
It's going to be the day after a pretty significant day, Alan.
what day is that?
Next Wednesday, I turned 50.
Oh, Jay.
I will officially be old.
You want to do the show on Wednesday?
You know.
You want to do birthday show?
Jay's gonna be drunk. Drunk.
There may be some strong drink.
Well, welcome to your 50s, Jay. Join the club.
Oh my Lord. Yay, I'm the youngest.
You've always been the youngest, Brita. It doesn't change, but
I'm happy staying that way.
you're gonna be the only one in their 40s.
Well, anyway, I'll think about it.
So we again.
We might do a show after all. We might do one like a little.
We'll do a showlet.
We'll sing you happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh God. I can use my.
If you have a vuvuzela, I'll stab you through StreamYard.
What's the one? Oh, there we go. Happy birthday.
No. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh, you can't sing that song anyway in public.
That's right.
The copyright police.
You don't want to get sued. That's why all of the chain restaurants have their own little take on.
Yep.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yep.
She has to wear sombrero.
The birthday sombrero. My birthday toque.
Oh man.
Be my birthday toque.
Do you have a fez?
I do not have a fez, even though fezzes are cool.
You should get a fez.
I should get a fez. I'm not big on hats. And I think a good deal of it comes from when I was in my early 20s and my hair was rapidly falling out. I wore a lot of hats to kind of hide,
I am so glad that you embraced the bald.
I hit a point where it was like, this is just dumb.
Well, you look very handsome that way. So,
well, thank you, Brandon. Thank you. It's exactly. A very, very good friend of mine, buddy from high school. I've known him for years and years and years, and his whole thing was no plugs, no rugs, no drugs. And I'm like, you know what?
Okay,
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that like toupees have, they faded with. They faded with corded telephones.
Oh my God!
Can
I? But speaking of toupees,
my dad used to have a toupee.
Did he grow out of it? Kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, this was like in the 70s. It's
every year.
Not recently.
Every year, around tax season, we have this pair of brothers that come into the library, and honestly, I feel like I live in a weird, like, Groundhog Day movie, but it's like, anyway, so.
It's because you live too close to the Hellmouth.
That might be. So every year we have, around tax season, because they come in for their tax forms, and that's the only time they come in ever to the library. They come in for their tax stuff, and I'm guessing that they're brothers because they look a lot alike, but they both wear toupees, and God love them. Their toupees are like, they look like shag rugs from the 70s.
They're basically.
I mean, like they're
plaid.
like, oh God, they're like kind of matted and like not a natural color, and they kind of just sit there. And both of them have one, and it's just wow.
You're not fooling anyone.
No.
I think what really killed him was that a good toupee cost a lot of money.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And like
there are no good toupees.
there are some. Well, not are, but there were in the day. There were some. But I mean, there were. I mean, you're talking like $500 or $600 in like 1970s dollars.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, so and now the equivalent, you might as well just go to, you know, Bosley. That's the one. You know, or one of the, you know, Hair Club for Men. I'm not just the president. I'm also a client. You know, oh yeah, I've heard them all.
Well, I just want to say, and this is from a female point of view, that baldness is a sign of extra testosterone, which indicates male virility. So, you know what? Be bald and be proud, because you can be like, hey, ladies,
I've got so much testosterone, I don't know what to do with it.
There you go. Anyway, it's time to go.
All right.
All right.
We may or may not be back next week.
We may or may not. We
find
will
out.
determine later.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good week.
It's Schrodinger's show.
That's right. See ya.
Good night.